Welcome to wD's Aviation. Today it's great to have you here. Now before you watch this video, please subscribe, like the video and turn on your notifications to be notified of a new video. Now enjoy this video. The remaining Australian carriers are in tough competition now, more than ever, to get the top spot as the best Australian carrier. Watch this video to find out which airlines operate domestic flights within Australia. Here is some information about how these airlines came about in the domestic market within Australia. The Australian domestic market was started when Ansett Australia came into the market to compete against QANTAS, who before Ansett arrived was the only Australian domestic carrier. Then later on in 2002, Ansett Australia ceased their operations and let the 2-year-old new Australian low-cost carrier Virgin Blue, now known as Virgin Australia, compete with QANTAS. Virgin Blue would try to fly on the same routes as QANTAS in their domestic market, with lower cost for their flights. QANTAS then saw them as a threat and started the operations of Jetstar in 2003, which would also be a low-cost carrier to compete greatly with Virgin Blue. So there is some information on how these airlines came about in the domestic market. Now onto the video. The first Australian carrier is QANTAS. This stands for Queensland and Northern Territory Aerial Services. QANTAS is the full owner of Jetstar, a low-cost carrier operating in Australia, as well as Japan, Asia and the Pacific. QANTAS currently has a fleet of Boeing 737s, 787s, 717s and Airbus A330s and A320s. QANTAS is one of the oldest airlines in the world and has just recently celebrated their 100 years of operations from 1920 to 2020. QANTAS services over 85 destinations around Australia and the world. QANTAS focus cities are Brisbane, Sydney and Melbourne, but also have a high number of routes to and from Perth, Adelaide, Darwin, Alice Springs, Cairns and many other cities throughout Australia. This video is sponsored by Thunderstrike Kids. Thunderstrike Kids are based in Australia selling striking cool kids gear. They sell a range of stationery, hats and caps, laptop and keyboard covers, hair accessories, books, AirPod skins and much more. Flat rate shipping on all orders. Get the best gifts for kids and teens at thunderstrikekids.com.au. Now back to the video. The next Australian carrier is Jetstar. Jetstar is wholly owned by Qantas and serves as the only true low-cost carrier in Australia. The airline was created in 2003 by Qantas due to the threat posed by the new airline Virgin Blue. Jetstar operates to over 34 destinations throughout Australia, as well as other Jetstar subsidiaries in Japan, Asia, New Zealand and the Pacific. The airline has a fleet size of 71, consisting of Airbus A320s, A321s and Boeing 787s. The airline's focus cities are Melbourne and Sydney, but also operate to most capital cities in Australia. The next and final Australian carrier is Virgin Australia. Virgin Australia was created in the year 2000, formerly known as Virgin Blue. It was part of the Virgin Group with the subsidiaries of Pacific Blue, Polynesian Blue and vAustralia. Then in 2011, all of these airlines were rebranded to Virgin Australia. Virgin Australia was created to compete with Qantas servicing low-cost flights. Now though, the airline operates full-cost flights which directly compete with Qantas. The airline has a fleet size of 64, servicing over 45 destinations throughout Australia and the world. The fleet consists of Boeing 737-700s and 737-800s, and no wide-body aircraft due to the global pandemic in which they have all been retired. Thanks for joining me for this video. Please subscribe, like the video and turn on notifications to be notified of a new video. See you next time.